goodness, I don't even have this. I am just completely out of it today. There we go. Okay. Welcome back to Everybody Loves Raiken. I believe today is number 68. So, last time, the group took a long rest in the Underdark tavern known as the Gulch. And upon completing all of their pre-sleep duties that they wished to get through, they turned in and had a very interesting dream, or at least most of them seemed to. A dream which transported all of them, save for Laramendus and the familiars, to the Marble City, which is the name for the Arcane University on Sol Syracuse. It transported them to a time when Laramendus was a professor of anthropology there, and after getting the end of a lesson from him and trying to explain to his past self that he had done something in the future that sent them here, they were interrupted by a escaped golem that one of the other mages at the university had unleashed, and the party elected to help put it down, which they did with gusto. that golem didn't stand a chance. But after defeating the golem, the dream faded away, and they found themselves back in the beds at the Gulch, and realized that they had all had the same dream, and tried to explain or find out what it was that had caused this to happen. And Laramendus explained that he had long been working on a spell that would allow him to know the goings-on of a particular place at any time in its history, similar to the rooms of memories that the party had experienced when they were hunting the Lich, Minuit Kuvara, in her lair. It was an interesting and enlightening dream. And then it turned out that Chult had simply had tea with some old elf. So possibly had also experienced a similar dream, though not the same. And so we pick up here. The long rest completed, the party able to take their leave of the Gulch. As you are all waking up and finishing your conversation regarding this spell that Laramendus is working on and its effects on each of you, there is going to be a knock at the door.
Come in.
You're just going to hear the clearing of a throat, and the door is not going to open.
Is it locked?
I'll go to the door and ask, who is it?
This is the proprietor of the Valley of Plenty.
I will then open the door.
Standing in the doorway is the familiar dwarf, who looks up at you, and there is a dark cast to his eyes. He says, "There's some trouble brewing outside, and we believe it's going to involve you. Now, as I said, anybody who is a patron of the Valley of Plenty is safe by my protection from that kind of force. To that end, I would like to invite you all to follow me in an orderly fashion to a escape tunnel of sorts."
You guys ready to move?
I'm always ready.
I believe so.
Yeah, if I'm not already dressed, I will just make sure that I'm dressed and everything is with me.
Raiken will don his armor.
You
So you do the dance?
You speak the
Yeah.
words of your incantation, and a brilliant holy light bursts forth from the floor, transforming you into your armored combat self. The proprietor of the gulch looks on in wonderment as this happens. Says, "Well, I'd hope to avoid a fight, but at least it seems if you can't, perhaps you can handle yourselves."
Yep, just in case.
Lead the way.
What is happening? There it goes. He will lead you out of the room and down the stairs. I put the original in. There it is. And then he will lead you down again. And into what is effectively a basement here. You find that here it is not furnished with wood. The walls are bare carved stone. And aside from a few dozen crates of supplies, including what looks to be, different kinds of fruits and vegetables, you notice that it's significantly cooler down here, likely because you're embedded within the stone, and not in the cavern proper. Fruits and vegetables, some hanging meats, box of cures, and a wall that is just kegs of likely alcoholic beverage. He will help a female dwarf push aside 2 stacked square crates, and behind that is a door leading down a dark tunnel. He says, "This will take you out to about 250 feet to the west. It should put you around a corner beyond the, let's call them instigators. From there, the problems are your own. You might understand that in order to keep operating this place the way I do, we can't be having these house folks traipsing in and taking prisoners and whatnot, but I can't be fighting an army of them either. So easier to tell them I haven't got ya, and have it be true."
I see. Chult, I assume you can navigate from there?
Yes, we are getting closer. As I said, we're about a half-day's journey from our destination, and as long as this instigator force isn't somewhere between us and where we need to be, it should be a simple matter. Oh, I did have a token for him. Haha, hey, Halgir. So, passage opens up. Effectively. Yaw. After he moves the crates out of the way, and you can begin passing down it. Once you exit the other end of the tunnel, you feel that it rises slowly again, so that it's at approximately the same level as the gulch. You pass out through a door that, as you close it, you find has been disguised to look like the stone wall that it is part of. A very simple but effective trick. And as you come back out into the openness of the caverns, you find that you are in an offshoot tunnel slightly to the north and west of where you were, and you can hear the voices speaking in Undercommon echoing towards you. There seems to be a lot of dismay and unrest. You can also hear that there's a din, so there's probably at least maybe a dozen soldiers all talking to each other, though you can't see it unless you try to go look. You get a feel that there's probably at least a dozen people talking to each other and shouting commands. Does anybody want to go take a look, or are you just going to leave it to Chult to lead on? And let this one stay a mystery.
I'll say, alright, Chult, lead the way. Let's get out of here.
Chult's going to look around himself and then move to the wall and begin feeling along it. And after a few, he's going to stop at an offshoot branch, and he's going to stop and think while continuing to palpate the wall. And say, no, you need to go this way. He's going to choose a different direction, and he's going to begin leading. I want you all to make a survival check. This will represent the next couple hours of walking.
So my passive survival. I got it.
Ugh, fuck. Sorry.
Sente,
Yeah, I was quick enough to mute myself.
it's okay.
It's a 12.
Dropping F-bombs in here.
I got a 14.
Yukikaze got a 24.
Yukikaze is good at this stuff.
Vendor got a 17.
Raiken got a 9.
Not opening up the Indie Beyond. Let's see.
Oh, I rolled.
You said survival?
Yeah.
12.
Okay. So, now and again, you've got to grab Raiken and keep him focused on where the party's going so he doesn't fall behind or stray off a different path. He seems a little distracted today. But mostly what this begins to tell you is that you all begin to get this sense of familiarity. Like, as you watch different formations of rock, you feel in your mind, in your heart of hearts, that, wait a minute, this seems right. This seems like what Zeph told us we should be seeing it when we got close. You also notice that you begin to get a sense that you are getting close to your destination. Just this gut feeling saying, we're almost there. I can feel it. I don't know. I don't have anything to base that on, but I feel like we must be getting close. And it is a strange sensation, how strong it is given your surroundings and how samey they tend to look. And Chult will continue to lead the group down the narrow passages, through the wider chambers. Now and again, he'll tell you to hide from a particular sound or a certain sign that he's noticing, and now and again this is backed up by Vendar. And luckily, unlike the previous day, these are not shadow stalkers trained to hunt you down. You do allow a couple of different patrols of drow or other creature to slink by without detecting you. And the tunnels wind eerily and endlessly on. And that feeling of familiarity to your surroundings keeps getting stronger and stronger. And that feeling that you are closing in on what it is you desire is getting stronger as well. Finally, you come to a cavern that seems much larger and wider than any of the previous openings that you had traversed. The markations in here are elevation, and in the corner is magma. And you look around at this, and you feel this. You feel like this is what Zefrius had described to you. A room that had a magma flow in one corner and rising plateaus of rock around the rest. And that you would need to take the tunnel out the southwest corner of this room.
Do we know which way is southwest?
Yes, it'll be, that is an excellent
So
question.
Technically, with my feet,
Mhm.
I always know which way is north.
It's true.
I don't know how much of that is, like, not entirely as possible.
I mean, feats are
And-
kind of like, they're feats. They're very special. I don't think I need to take away any part of that power that the feat gives you. It doesn't exactly require a rational explanation for how it works. You also, can always know how many minutes until sunset, regardless of where you are.
Hours, not minutes.
Hours until sunset, regardless of where you are, even if you're underground with no reference to the sun. So, I don't mind allowing you to maintain the benefit of that feat.
That's fair. So then yes, we do know which way is southwest.
Well, good, because I don't.
I will remark that this feeling of matching Zeph's instructions is very strong in this room. And I will note that Chult is not taking you to that path.
He is not taking us to that.
No, you feel you know which way is north, so you feel you know which of these tunnels he should be taking you to.
Yeah. I will then say, are you quite sure that this is the way we should be going and not that one?
Chult would not wish to worry the masters, but Chult is more familiar with this route. That route Chult does not use.
Any particular reason, Chult?
Inside. Fuck, that's shite. It's an 8.
Yeah, I'm inciting as well.
Did you hear me say that? Is he doing that? What I
Yeah,
said?
I'm waiting for the insight checks.
Yeah, I got 15.
My passive insight
My passive insight, I
is
actually
a
rolled my
14.
passive.
Oh yeah, I do have passive insight. Yeah, it's 14.
Mine is only 12.
My passive insight is 17 actually, so it's higher than what I rolled.
He looks worried, like he's trying to formulate his reasoning, and does not, and wishes you would just go with what he says.
I think we should go the way Zeph said.
Chult feels that way has become dangerous, and this way is better. Chult knows it more.
Dangerous how?
Strange creatures sometimes move in those tunnels. Chult hears them from other tunnels where it is safe.
Was this still the same path you... Well, it's the path you always take.
This way again is longer, but Chult feels it is safer. Chult cannot force the masters to do what they do not wish, but that is Chult's recommendation.
Oh, guys. Oh, look. Do we still... Are we... I'll think to myself, are we under telepathy?
You will remember that Laramendas has not cast the spell yet today. We were in kind of a rush to get out.
Okay, well, Yukikaze will look like he kind of closes his eyes and looks at you guys for a minute and then opens one eye and be like, guys, he hasn't let us wrong yet. We should just probably do it.
I would point out that this is a few hours into walking. You can have cast it by now.
Okay. If there was a safe time to have done so, then...
Yeah, you could have waited, 20, 30 minutes after, getting out of that passage that you knew had problems in it, but that survival roll was to get you to here, and this is a couple hours later.
Okay, cool. So then we would be under it, then.
Alright, well, I'd say, in telepathy, guys, he's led us this far, and he knows the area. We should just probably go with it.
Intentionally tried to lead us into a trap before.
That was before things went better.
And we're here specifically from, we're coming here. Zeph was the one who instructed us. He's the one who has the contacts and stuff. I think we should follow Zeph's instructions.
However, if in the intervening, 50 years, new information has come to light, leading that route to be dangerous, I don't believe Zeph would be aware of it.
And do I want to remind you, I do not want to get my brain sucked out.
Yeah,
I think at this point we're close enough to the city that that's probably not a concern.
I'm still concerned.
Also, I don't think Seth will bring us into that kind of danger.
I don't think he would knowingly have done so, but again, if things have changed in 50 years...
Lar,
Yes? Is there anything we can do to try to...
Can you send your owl down to scout?
I can, although when she is far enough away, becomes difficult to determine if she has met with any kind of resistance.
No, how far is that for you?
Insert distance, which I think is 100 feet.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I am not. Sam is not positive. Laramendas is positive.
It's 100 feet.
Yeah, it's the same as me. I just
Was
in character.
it
Yeah, doesn't.
whoever used it before that detected I think it was Jubble, that detected the history of the cavern or whatever. So we could see what creatures had passed through it over the time.
That
I
was
don't have
Jebel.
that prepared. Yeah, I don't have it prepared.
Oh, damn.
In any event, if the masters have a way that they know now that they trust better than Chult, then Chult will simply take the second half of his payment and be on his way.
Do you have any idea what kind of creatures it was that you think moving in there?
Chult does not have words to describe, but there are whispers of spiny tendrils and dreams.
I vote we let Chult guide us on his path to the city.
Like I said, let's do it.
Okay.
Ah, good. The masters will not regret this. Chult knows the way.
I am going to use a charge to cast pass without trace on it.
Okay. You all have a +10 to your stealth checks for the next hour. Hour? I think it's an hour.
Yeah, let me just double check. I might be longer than that, actually.
Chult begins to lead you down the narrow passage. He seems pleased that you are following.
Yeah, an hour.
Should we roll stuff then?
You can. Pass without trace moves with you. He even begins to hum softly to himself and speak to his lizard again.
With past that trace, I'm plus 25 in stealth.
And then he rounds a corner and you hear him go, "No. No, this can't be right." As you move into the tunnel behind him, you find that there is a heavy tumble of rocks at the end, as though the cavern collapsed. This is terrible.
Hmm.
Maybe...
I'm going to push forward and just tap it with my staff.
Okay.
I was about to do something similar.
It seems to be not an illusion.
So this means we have to go the other way, Chult?
Perhaps we can move these rocks. Maybe it isn't so badly collapsed.
Couldn't that be risky to cause a cave-in more?
Yes.
Chult
will stand back.
I'd rather not get crushed by rocks.
Then what do you suggest we do?
Oh, we can try the other path.
You've only been going down this path for about 5 minutes, so it's not much time lost. Maybe 10. How far is this? You're not moving terribly quickly, but you're not slow either. 5 minutes is fine.
So,
careful movement.
Chult, you're willing to risk a cave-in. What's so horrible the other path that would get us?
Chult does not know.
Oh, so you just know this path, you like to take it.
That seems wise, does it not? Chult thinks that's wise.
When was the last time you took it? Is the cave-in recent?
Chult does not usually visit the Shadewalkers or Umbralight. Perhaps a month ago. Perhaps a little more. The tunnels do change from time to time. Cave-ins are not uncommon. Chult's paths sometimes must change. This is unfortunate and unforeseen.
Claramendis, is there any chance you could get us a doorway with the rubble?
I have stone shape, but I believe that this is likely more than that can.
To me,
nothing in a reasonable amount of time, but I've. What is the size of the raw materials for fabricate?
So you're just trying to fabricate a tunnel using the existing rock?
Basically, I could cast fabricate to turn the cave-in boulders into perhaps pillars to hold up. Well, I suppose a non-existent roof. However, I don't have the spell prepared, and so our travel would be quite delayed, and I'm not positive that it would be... It would probably work.
Okay, but that would take an entire day. Okay.
And all of the time to cast the spell, however many times that I would need, and if it needed to be cast more than the amount of higher level spell slots that I have, then we would need to wait even longer. Yes.
Okay. New question for the DM.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to cast Wall of Stone and have it come out of the ground beneath the rubble, kind of in like a tent shape, could that perhaps... Would it be possible to use that to push the rubble out of the way, providing a tunnel underneath?
I mean, what force would you create to push it out of the way? Let's assume that it's, 1,000,000 pounds of rock. Can you move 1,000,000 pounds?
Probably not.
Because rock is very heavy, and a lot of it came down. So I can tell you, without giving too much away, that it's on the order of tons.
Okay. I wasn't sure if this was like a small...
So what I'm saying is, that's not a bad idea, but you need something that can actually generate the force to push.
So I would need something, like, perhaps Bigby's hand? Would that be able to maybe do it?
How much force can Bigby's hand generate? 8,000 pounds?
I don't know. It's not my spell. It's
But if Jebel shapeshift into
Can Jebel shapeshift into 10 elephants at the same time?
Only one way to find out.
You could shapeshift into something and try to push it.
If he were to shapeshift into Earth Elemental, then he could see how far the rubble is, how much there is and stuff, because he can just go through the rock, right?
Yeah, he could find that out with Earthglide.
So that would be he can only do that once a day, can he?
Do the dots come back on a short rest or a long rest? Your transformation dots.
Short rest.
Short rest. So it's not gone for the rest of the day, but it's gone until he gets a chance to short rest. Because that uses both.
Oh.
It's not a bad idea, though. But I am now under the impression that this was a much larger cave-in than I initially thought.
It's seeming like we're probably just going to have to go and take the other path.
Yeah, with how much time we're spending just trying to figure out what we're going to do, we probably should just, be prepared and head down the other path.
I still like my idea, but it's not going to work on something this large.
You just need to be able to generate enough force, and then it'll work.
How much force can Jebel do as a rock elemental?
Probably not insignificant amount.
Can he be the bottom force pushing it up?
You would want it to... Bigby's hand is a spell that I have, but I don't think I can find out. I can tell you what its strength is, so I know how much it can...
I think it has a strength score of 25.
26.
26.
Which is a lot, but like...
But still humanly reachable. And not somebody who can lift tons.
Yeah. If there was more of a clear shot, it would potentially be possible to use Wall of Force to make a ceiling for us, and then remove rubble below that so that we could not be crushed. But I don't believe that Wall of Force could cut through space.
Wall of Force doesn't cut through solids. It needs to go through open space. And
with a creature, you get to pick the side that the creature goes on. So unless all of these rocks are elementals...
Guys, could you move? Oh, okay. This is just their sleeping tunnel.
Thank you.
I mean, I could try addressing the rocks from Primordial.
I can't stop you.
Big rock at them.
No.
Well, there's really nothing we could do unless we could remove material. So honestly, I think even though it's not advised by Chult, we should try to head down the other path.
If
I have
any-
a question.
It seems anyway getting through this can require substantial effort.
Question, out of character. Can you make tunnels with Mirage Arcane?
With Mirage?
There's a spell, Mirage Arcane. It's it's a power. It's a like 7th level spell.
So not one we have access to.
Not one you have access to.
Somebody over there hit level 7? Or level 7 spells, that is.
I mean, only 2 people in the party could potentially have access to it.
I reached level 4.
I have a shiny sword.
No, it wouldn't work. Because this in the spell's description it says the terrain's general shape must remain the same. So you cannot create holes through solid objects or make it as though there are new tunnels or as though a mountain weren't there if you were using Mirage Arcane. Whatever, you could make the mountain look like it's made of something else, but it would still have to be there. For example.
It could be a golden mountain.
Or a candy mountain.
Open fields, a road could be made to resemble a swamp, a hill, a crevasse, or some other difficult or impassable terrain. Pond can be made to seem like a grassy meadow, or a precipice like a gentle slope.
Crevasse was what had me thrown.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it would look that way, but it wouldn't actually be that. Because again, it's a mirage.
Yeah, it has a tactile. Like you can, like you're saying that you can interact with it.
Yeah, but you cannot fall into the crevasse that isn't actually there. It's a mirage.
Yeah.
So are we able to get through this rubble or not?
I
Because
could
I'm not
take-
afraid of fighting things.
So it's
I
weird.
could
It's
take 4 people over with Dimension Door if we found out exactly where it stops being this, but then that leaves the rest of people.
I mean, I can use Dimension Door.
Can't Leah use it as well?
Yes, but it's very it doesn't sound like a good idea. We don't know how deep it is.
But we can if Jebel Earth glides through it.
If Jebel can tell us where the other end is, and we can be sure that there isn't more of a cave-in later, then it seems reasonable that we could do this. It will deplete me of
Yeah.
all higher level power.
Yeah, if I use my dimension door, I won't be able to use another 4th level. That will be it.
I could use it. I mean, I don't choose the level when I do a spell.
I mean, we could.
Mirage is
Sir,
really
if you're-
weird.
What?
Mirage is just really weird.
It is. It's a very strange spell.
Because, like, some of it is physical, but it
Yeah,
cannot disguise, conceal, or add creatures. It can only create terrain elements. The terrain elements can be interacted with, so if you create a tree, you could break a branch off of the fake tree, but the moment you leave the area of the spell, the branch disappears. So, like, the branch seems real until you leave the area of the spell.
Yeah, and it's like you can create buildings.
Yes.
So, it's kind of similar to the Lich's illusion that was throughout the temple.
Kinda?
God damn it! Now there's another one that I need to take.
You need to include Mirage Arcane, and it's a 7th level spell.
If 3 of us uses Dimension Door, well, only one needs to go back twice. Because Jebel phase through, right? Say, if I Dimension Door over and bring Chult's Laramenda's Springs, you could cast a Raiken brings Vendar, then say if I then go back and pick up Cyrus, then that's it.
Yeah,
Oh?
I think that could work.
Are we figuring a way through this, or are we going your way?
We're dealing with a lot of ifs either way, so majority of rolls, I guess.
Very
I like the
quiet in
Dimension
this
Door
tunnel.
plan.
Mind you, if I am the one that goes back, I've used all my spell slots right there.
Yes, but we could take a
Yeah.
short rest with this collapse guarding our backs.
That's true. It takes shorter time for me to get it back.
Or we'll be vulnerable with no way to get out.
Yeah, we also don't know how long the tunnel goes before it collapses again.
Anyway, it sounds like we should at
Or-
least try looking.
Yeah,
Have
or
trouble.
what's on the other side.
So I suppose it's up to Jebel. You willing to look?
Sure. So I'm going to move towards the collapse. And that's elemental.
You become an earth elemental. The tunnel feels a lot smaller all of a sudden. For everyone.
And I'm going to just start moving forward.
Okay. You move forward into the rubble. After 25 feet, you are aware that you are no longer moving through rubble, you are once again moving through solid natural stone.
And I'm going to start moving up and down, trying to find where the rubble continues, so I can get, like, an idea of the layout of the tunnel.
The rubble seems to continue north.
Oh, I shall move more north.
And then once again, you feel like you've moved back into natural stone.
Moving about again, testing again.
Seems to continue out to the east once more.
Keeping going that way.
You move into an area, and continuing your pattern of trying to find the walls, you will, over the course of some time, call it, what's your move speed in Earthglide? 30? 40?
You think it's 30.
30. Say 10 minutes, you map out this big area that's just entirely just caved in. And this could have been a number of cave systems that are now just all a mishmash. It could be one large cavern that got collapsed upon. But you find that this is the area, and you find that there are several offshoot paths that are also filled with rubble still.
I'm going to telepath back to Laramendis and ask, what's the range on your that thing you wanted to do?
500 feet.
Do I have an idea how far 500 feet is?
Yeah. As I remember where the measure tool is, there it is. So, somewhere out over here.
Jeez. It's more than I thought.
Sure.
How's it looking, Jebel?
Oh, this entire place is caved in.
What do you mean entire place? Like that one tunnel, or?
Oh, I have not found an open space yet.
Oh.
Chult isn't on the telepathy thing, is he?
No.
No.
So then I'll... Right. Would someone ask Chult what general direction he would go from here?
Okay. Chult.
Man, what is it?
Our golem buddy, Jebel, is wondering what general direction we'd be aiming for.
Oh, that's easy. From here, you go down the paths that feel blue.
Wait. That feel blue.
Yes. That is how Chult finds his way around here. When we were up closer to your surface area where you came from, we wanted the paths that felt green. And after that, we wanted a purple path.
Tristan, this message matches the color of the moss thing Leah has been seeing.
Yeah, it seems to match it exactly.
Oh, then I will be able to guide us. That color matches the gooey thing on the walls.
Yes, it's the algae.
Yeah.
So
you can't get in there if it's caved in.
So Jebel, we have a problem. He goes by the feel of the color of the walls, so I don't know if you could do anything with that. That's why I tell him telepathy.
No,
That's here.
That's not helpful at all.
Help me out here, Chult.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by the feel of the color? Like, I understand what the color looks like, but how do you feel the color?
Well, the blue algae feels a certain way, and the green algae feels a certain way, so it feels green. That's how green feels.
Okay.
Lamandus is just like nodding, like because it does make sense.
It does. Not quite the way he's phrasing it, but it does make sense.
I feel like as soon as he said that was a perfectly clear.
If your friend can't find the blue-feeling tunnels, then we may be forced to use your method that you wanted to use earlier. In which case, Chult would ask for his payment and be on his way because you don't need to be worrying about Chult any longer.
What has you so afraid of that path?
I don't need to go to Umbralight.
And you know that does that path lead directly to Umbralight?
Chult has heard that it does. Chult rarely has need to go to
Umbralight.
What?
We're praying you to lead us to Umbralight. You haven't done that yet.
Sure, but if you're going to take a path that isn't recommended by Chult, then Chult doesn't need you to be protecting him from whatever beastie is down that path. That sounds like it would only make your lives harder, and Chult's life in danger.
Your recommended path didn't work, though.
Chult is sorry he collapsed the tunnel for you. Chult will accept half the remaining payment if the amount is the problem.
Also, telepathy, just so to have him, on this particular bit. We should just pay him. He's done well enough. And he's right. He'll just be weighing us down if we get into combat in there.
Chult, that other path. Do you know what color we need to follow there?
You seemed like you already had the way, no? Did you not? And you do. That path does seem to match what Zefrius told you, and you feel like you do know the way from what he told you from there.
Okay.
Chult has not used that path. Chult does not know what colors are that way. But probably blue. It's usually blue.
Okay, thanks.
Don't hold Chult to that. It could be wrong.
Out of character, how much did we say to pay this guy again?
I think you needed to give him another, 4 diamonds or 3 diamonds or something like that.
I think it was 3.
Because he wanted 10, didn't he?
I think he wanted 6, and you gave him 3. You tried to give him 2, and he kept you at half.
Yeah, we gave him 3 and a song.
Yeah.
Which I thought I'd gotten it down to 4 diamonds, because I thought we'd only given him 1. But I don't know.
So either way, we owe him 3.
Sounds like that number doesn't change.
Yeah.
The important number stays the same, so...
Raiken?
No! I become Bruinor.
Someone had to.
Raiken will hand over his diamonds.
Okay. You count out 3 nicely cut diamonds and place them into Chult's extended palm.
Goodbye, Revivify.
And he weighs them and looks at them, and then again pops out this strange loop scope and reaches into his pocket for a clump of glowing moss and holds it next to the thing. And after, minutes of him scrutinizing, he says, "Well, Chult wishes all of you strange characters the best of luck. If you don't die doing whatever it is the hell you wish to do down here, you might find Chult on your way back to the surface. Tell him hello.
If we see you, we'll say hi.
And good luck with your future endeavors. May you find a. Actually, did you? You still have. He still has the bandage, doesn't he?
I still got that.
Because of his coat.
He's probably stopped bleeding by now since it's been, almost 24 hours. You could reclaim that and repair it if you wanted to ask for it.
I will telepath you. Because did you want your clothing to be whole once more to get the bandage from him?
If he's okay, yeah. If he doesn't need it anymore,
You can ask.
hey, Chult. So before you go, how's your wound doing?
It's a bit sore, but it's not bleeding anymore.
We could actually repair my cloak or my outfit that I used to wrap it. Do you mind if I have that back?
He, continues flexing his arm, testing the wound for a couple seconds, and, looks up at you, with a little pout on his face. Alright, if you insist. Are you coming back, Thomas?
No one has said anything to me, so...
Okay.
Come back, devil.
I mean, we had discussions being like, there is no way that you can know which way you need to go, which means there is no way for us to go that direction. So I feel like that's enough of a come back.
No, I think your conversation all happened verbally. So
I thought we asked you about the color.
Yeah, you asked him about the color, but I don't think anybody went on to say, okay, never mind, Jebel, if you can't figure out colors, come back.
Raiken's gonna be like, Jebel, where are you?
What's going on? Have you made up your mind what's going on?
We're going the other way.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna pop back in.
The Earth Elemental's head comes and just protrudes out of the cave-in. Are you going to drop the form or keep it?
Keep it.
Okay. Chult will kind of, begin unknotting the bandaging and, take the loops off and hold them out. They're still, covered in dried, nasty blood.
I'll hold him lightly, and alright, Larry, just work your magic.
I will prestidigitate
feel
at them
it's
and
just
then begin mending at them.
You see how they hold him 4 feet away, his arm length.
Well then, the masters have no further use for Chult. He will be on his way.
He actually Zoidberg down the hallway doing the
No, that was Daniel.
the clapping with the.
He's doing the pincer scuttle.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel's doing the whoops. Alright, so you are now alone in this tunnel.
Well,
Back
Guess
the way we
we'll-
came.
better get going. So we say bye and then basically follow him out for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah. Dang it, we had a deal. You're making it weird.
He remains just 10 feet ahead of you, just looking
Scuttling
awkwardly
down the
back
hallway.
over his shoulder.
It's like when the people in the counter at the supermarket says goodbye before they pack the bags.
Yeah.
So it's like,
he heads back north. And that leaves you in the care of Zefrius' instructions, which you finally feel like you can actually follow, now that you've seen so much of the tunnels, and you now can actually differentiate some things. You're like, this has to be the right spots, because it matches so well his description. After all the things that very closely matched it, you went, maybe? And you're like, oh, no. Now I get why he described it the way he did. So, down the tunnel.
Down the tunnel.
Oh, I should have mentioned that, especially for Jebel, but somewhat for all of you, that as you went down the tunnel following Chult, that feeling of getting close to getting close to your goal, that feeling of getting nearer to finally obtaining what you want, started to reduce. Much more dramatically for Jebel, who got much farther away. But as you come back, you feel it growing stronger, and it gives you this... It adds to any sense of confidence you're feeling in the path that you're taking.
Does this feel like some kind of outside influence, or is it just like a confidence?
Roll a wisdom check.
Yeah, I was heading that way, but I wasn't confident.
You know what? I got a 10. I am confident as fuck. I remember his instructions very well, and this lines up perfectly. So it's just like, this is a good place, and down this other path is obviously a better place.
I think I got an 11.
Okay. You also feel very confident that this is right, and, this gut feeling just seems to support your knowledge that you're seeing the things that you had been told to look for. Just feels like confirmation. Self-assurance.
Shall we?
Who's going first?
One word.
To move into the lead, but I'm going to go underground, so that I'm always... And I might...
What kind of underground do you want to be? Do you want your head sticking up out of the floor? Do you want your head sticking out of the ceiling or out of one of the walls?
Say ceiling. I'm going to be able to look down, and I'm going to
His face gliding across the ceiling.
follow along the tunnel. But I want to be
Just like a 5-foot-tall head and shoulders, just gliding through the stone of the ceiling without disturbing it.
I'm going to scout ahead.
Okay. Are you telling the party that's what you're gonna do?
Yeah, I'm going to ask, what's the... Because I don't think I know. What's the distance on the telepathy?
Don't leave this plane of existence, please. It would be most inconvenient.
Yeah, I think I can do that. So I'm just going to scout ahead.
Alright, so there's about 10 feet between the top of your head and the floor below you, and then the tunnel you're in next down, so there's only about 5 feet between the top of your head and the floor below you. And you continue to follow it. You guys who are allowing him to scout ahead, are you going to continue moving at any sort of pace, or are you going to stop and wait?
Good question.
I think we should move slowly behind him.
Yeah, I'm
Let's move at a normal pace.
You're gonna have to vote.
move slowly.
At every corner, I'm going to announce what I see ahead, whether it's clear or if I see anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I suggest we walk carefully. We don't know what's ahead.
Left-hand turn, looks clear. Left-hand turn, looks clear. Right-hand turn, looks clear, very short. Right-hand turn, looks clear, very long. You have gone 30, 60. Guys will go 30 more feet. Left-hand turn. Short. Clear.
Oh, and if I do see something like a potential threat, I am going to announce it and then just back up into the storm.
Okay. So far you don't see a threat. Vendar, you have high perception, right?
Yes, 27 passive.
As you move into this tunnel and start going around the bends, following the earth elemental, and the area gets tighter, and you feel more confined with your team once again, you're going to notice something very strange in that the air in a lot of the tunnels, while you can sometimes feel a current one way or another, it's usually very cool and damp feeling, especially, like the tunnels themselves are cold and damp. You start to feel a warm, dry current of air over you.
I'll mention that. Does anybody else feel this? It seems off. The air, it's dry, warm.
Could be that we're getting closer to the Umbralight.
Could be magma.
We have walked over magma before.
Didn't feel like this. Felt warm, but never dry.
Any other ideas?
I roll to see if I can
nature
figure
check?
out something. Yeah, is it nature or survival?
Nature.
Ooh, I'm good at nature.
Actually, survival would also work.
I'm bad at both.
That's
So.
17.
I got a 20.
It's a good thing I mentioned it to other
22.
people.
22 nature.
22.
I got
that's
a
dark.
6. I got a 6 survival or 5 nature.
Jibble and Lair, you postulate that it could mean that you're coming close to an exit into an open area that has access to the sky.
Okay. I thought that we were fairly deep.
You still feel like you're fairly deep.
It'd be a big ass crevice in the earth.
Maybe there's some sort of portal.
Is there?
Jibble, as you make this last turn, you announce a left-hand turn in a long straight passage that seems to be heading upward at a steady incline.
I announce that.
Tristan, I have a question to ask you, but I should probably ask in private just so as not to influence thoughts of other people here.
Are you going to continue heading up? You do notice a bright light filling the tunnel ahead of you.
I'm going to keep going, but
Okay.
I will announce what I see.
Jebel, you do come to the end of the tunnel, and it opens up onto a sun-bathed area. You find that this is a rocky hole in the land that you are climbing out of, and around you, for miles, as far as you can see, seems to be the ebb and flow of golden sand. And not far away, you see several fabric tents collapsed.
Message sent.
I'm going to just yeah, I think you should probably get up here. This is unusual. I don't see anything that's immediately threatening, but I'm not moving ahead without you.
Nothing city-ish looking, or
Yeah, let's pick up the pace.
It looks, what would I describe it as, looking like a desert.
Yeah, that's a good description.
It kind of reminds me of the desert.
How?
You want to roll history there, Jebel, or are you just trying to not be the bearer of bad news?
well, with all my research, Tristan, would I be able to know of any existence of a desert underground?
Can I ask Jebel
to answer your question, logically, that wouldn't be the case, at least not likely, since deserts are places where it doesn't precipitate, but are usually exposed to the air and atmosphere, and underground, by definition, is not.
Hey, it's just, it was, yeah, alright.
So I have
I
a
did
question
roll-
for Jebel.
Right.
Does it happen to look, I don't know, familiar, like a certain desert structure we happen to vaporize into we don't know where?
I rolled a 15 on history, because
Okay, a 15
I
on
wasn't
history.
trying to be
Wait,
Coy?
affect anyone's feelings or anything. No. I really meant more the sand.
Sure.
When I
With a
said it was more
15 on history, you do feel like this area is very familiar to you, Jebel, or at least, if not the area itself, the layout and the objects within it. It looks to you like an encampment filled with tents, many of which are collapsed.
I'll announce that. It kind of looks like a desert encampment in ruins. Underground, I think. How deep are we?
Does your form know? Do you know?
I don't think so.
Okay. Then you don't know.
No, that was in character.
Oh, sorry.
Does Ash function as an altimeter?
Ash does not function as an altimeter. But he does seem surprised as you come to the end of this tunnel, and it seems to open up, the walls worn away by wind and sand and time, opening up to, above you, a white-blue sky with nary a cloud to be seen, and a brilliant orb of the sun shining down upon you, making the area hot.
What's it look like where the kind of like does the roof just fade away? Like what's it look like where
It
kinda
looks like
the
the cave. It looks like the mouth of a cave that is slanted back. You are inside it, so you can't really get a sense of what it looks like from the outside until you get outside of it.
Okay.
So it looks
yeah.
like we're just exiting out into the open world.
Yeah, it does seem that way.
Is this an illusion? Can I roll to disbelieve it?
Yeah,
you can
that was
try.
my next course of action.
You
Wait,
may
it-
try.
So the mouth of the cave looks like it's just in
I
the air.
got a 19. I don't know what to add to that.
Usually, seeing through illusions is an intelligence roll.
I got an 11.
So
So then that's a 20, a non-natural 20.
And is it a saving throw or is it an ability check?
Oh, that does
Checking.
matter.
While I'm checking, please let Jebel ask his question.
So what I wanted to know was if I step outside
Huh?
of the mouth of the tunnel and look back,
Yep.
is the tunnel in a rock face or is it just in the air?
Yeah, no, it does appear that there is a mound of stone protruding up through the sand that contains this hole. It is not part of a large structure. It's almost like it's just the pinnacle. Almost like this tunnel is at the peak, and there's only a couple of feet of stone that was really separating you from the sand above your heads.
Okay. I'm going to try to move around the stone just to see if there's an actual barrier.
So when you say that you are disbelieving this, Vendar, what exactly are you doing to convince yourself of its not realness?
Can I just convince myself that it's impossible for there to be a desert with the sun underneath the ground?
Well, I certainly can't convince you that that's not true. You can convince yourself of that without a roll.
So I guess just how would you normally do that?
Make a wisdom saving throw.
a wisdom saving. Can I use another roll?
No.
So use the roll that I had.
Oh, that. You mean, do I want you to roll the die again? I wasn't going to require it.
Okay, then it's a 21.
Okay. So, Jebel, you have exited the cave, which means that others can come out too. Are you going to do so?
I intend to.
Okay. You can.
Though.
It's true.
I'm not going to like push through everyone.
Raiken will go.
But
Yeah, Vendar's gonna walk into the stand and try to convince himself that it's not actually sand, that it's an illusion.
Okay. As you step out, you see before you this group of canvas tents, arranged approximately thus. The dark blue ones are ones that are standing. The light blue ones are collapsed and burned and damaged.
What's the thing in the middle?
That appears to be a fire pit with rows of seating around it. You all recognize this arrangement of tents in the sand. The canvas, the color, the arrangement, this all is not just similar to, but identical to how the Nanaboshi arranged themselves when they planted camp.
I'm back. What did I miss?
Everything.
All a new character.
Yep, we're all dead.
We're actually in a sci-fi universe now.
So what happened when I tried to go around the rock?
Around the rock?
Yeah, I said I wanted to try and go around the rock to see if there was an actual barrier in the way.
Oh, sorry. No, you're able to pass around it, no problem. No barrier. Everything seems natural.
What happened when Vendor tried to see through this thing? What happened?
Nothing that you can tell.
Okay. And he didn't say anything.
He says he doesn't believe it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try shooting an arrow
Mhm.
back over the cavern, over the hole, and
Yep.
just see if it goes.
Okay. You shoot an arrow. Are you going to use one of the bowstring so that it turns into a bolt of energy?
I think I have the fire one equipped right now.
You do have the fire one equipped. You can change it if you wish.
I'll just leave the fire one equipped.
Okay. Firebolt streaks up and over the mound of rocks containing your tunnel that you climbed out of. It does not seem to stop. It flies off into the distance, strikes the sand, and putters out.
I do not believe I did this.
Is this? Are we actually awake, Larmendus?
I just said I do not believe that I did. Actually, voice in the sky. I do not believe I did this. Right?
Did you
I
guys?
can't trust reality anymore.
I got an 11 on the die, Sam. Do you believe you did this?
Larmendus doesn't particularly believe that he did. But
Okay,
like,
then
he
he
didn't
feels
believe that what he did before would have
he feels at least 60% confident that this is not his fault.
Okay,
Thanks,
so
Larmendus.
he will say, I do not believe that I did this.
You
Roll
gave us
deception and
PTSD.
insight.
Is that? Did we teleport? Is
As
this
you
just an illusion? What's going on?
continue to stand there and marvel at your surroundings and ask each other what is going on, you are going to become aware of the wind that blows across the sand, carrying the acrid smell of dissolution and decay to your noses. In the flapping of the canvas tents as you look out over this area marred, you will begin to notice the remains of bodies scattered among them, some merely bone and some less than that.
Maybe some sort of creature can do this.
This is an illusion, alright? But please say this is an illusion.
I'm gonna try to wake up.
Okay. You can roll to attack yourself.
I got a 3.
You got a
Roll
3.
I missed.
You miss your own face with an open hand slap.
So, like,
Is Lola with me?
Yes.
I muted.
What's up, Malachi?
Oh, no, I was gonna say, it's like, how much can I see from where I am?
I mean, do you want to move?
Well, that's what I was trying to comment to you guys. Freaking freaking out on me.
So you're gonna move.
Well, I'm gonna slowly catch up. Was like, I was gonna be like, guys, did you figure out what it is? Like, and like, is it safe to come up forward?
as you
Who
ask...
wants to tell him?
Oh, well, Jebel did say that it looked like, what, tents?
You said it looked like a desert encampment.
Yeah, in ruin.
I want to be close to Raiken, and I want to hold his hand.
Is something sucking
Raiken will
on
accept your hand.
Yukikaze's brain? Quick, look at it.
What? So I will have come out to see what they're seeing.
Okay. As you move up and out past the giant visual blockage that is the Earth Elemental mountain of stone in front of you, you will see these tents, and you know in your heart of hearts that this is your family's tent. You can't.
Like identical to like current way we do it, or like
This is how your tribe sets up when they settle in.
But we could, but I would know, like, each generation would have a little bit of its own characteristics in the way things are. Does it feel like it's current?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
This feels like it's pulled straight out of your memories and projected right in front of you.
Okay, is Cyrus moving out of the tunnel?
Does it look like they're...
I'm not sure I want to, because I don't know what that is. I know it can't exist.
Get the fuck.
Get the fuck out here.
Does it
No,
look
there's
like
a
there are
fucking
any other
fly or something just buzzing around my head.
entrances to the Underdark?
Get
Are there any other rock outcroppings?
Okay.
In order to answer his question, Yukikaze, you know that your family moves their encampment frequently, and there are many things in the desert, especially things that get buried and then exposed again later by the shifting sands from the winds of the desert, especially before, when those winds were generated by giant sandstorms that would unearth entire quarries.
And so, and you said that there was foul smell on the air, and
yeah, the smell of death and decay. And as you move forward to survey this, you see your father's, what you recognize to be your father's tent, half collapsed and half burned away by some thing,
God.
maybe fire. You see bodies littered among the tents.
I don't care if this is a trap. I don't care if this is bad news or illusion. I need to check it out now. I'm going out there.
I'm going to start moving back into the tunnels, but as I do, I'm just going to say, remember Chult warned us about dreams? Also, maybe try sending to the Dragonborn, see if maybe they're still alive and not right here, dead.
We could, well, if Larentis is willing, he could also use Commune to try and give us some answers as to what's going on here.
Cyrus, you're in the way of the giant trying to get into the tunnel.
If you're gonna do something like that, please do.
Well, I'm gonna back up so he's enough for him to at least melt in the stone to get around me.
Yeah, Jebel, I think you should go in and try to go up from inside and see if it's the...
Yes, that's actually what I was going to do.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go straight up and see, do I pop out the top of the rock?
Yep, you do. You're back in the desert.
Huh.
Is there any way we somehow wound up?
No.
There's no...
We only walked for, what, 2 days? The desert, that's
further.
weeks away.
on
Raiken
the
is
other
going
side
to
of
use
the
his
continent.
divine
We were going
sense.
Too many people at once. Raiken.
He wants to use his divine sense.
Okay. That senses undead, celestials, and fiends.
And like anything with the hollow spell or anything like that.
Oh, okay. Let me double check here. No, you do not sense any of those 4 things.
Okay.
Now then, Jebel.
I forgot what I was saying.
Okay. Yukikaze, back to you. This is your area. You are important.
So, like, if you guys are going to try to do something, reach out to someone, you do it now, or I am going to go out there to investigate.
Raiken also wants to investigate since this was the last location of his brother.
I go where the Raiken goes.
Okay.
If we want to conduct a sending before an investigation, I can do so, as long as someone tells me what they would wish to send and to whom.
It would probably
take but a moment.
It'll probably be my father and just be like, just quickly ask how the state of the village is.
As you approach the tents, the feeling of familiarity nodding in your gut, you will hear your father's voice carried as if by the wind of the desert, Yukikaze. You will hear, Yukikaze. How could you let this happen?
Dun, dun.
How could you leave knowing such dangers awaited?
This is just Yukikaze here.
Yukikaze has always had his family's always strong on faith, and I have a lot of faith in my father, and even if things went terrible, him being a leader, I do not believe he would blatantly just feel like he's blaming me. Can I do like a roll to feel like how, or like, because for me, that's how I feel about my dad. Me and my dad got a great relationship. He would never say that.
Mm-hmm.
Should I roll for something, or can I just believe that?
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, you're too far away.
Damn it! No!
What'd you get?
5.
Oh God!
Wait.
Turns out he does not believe
inspiration? You can use inspiration.
But you're actually very self-conscious about your 5 things.
What's up?
I have it's a saving throw. Wait, no, it wasn't saving throw. So yes, I'm going to use Indomitable. I'm going to really doubt this. I'm going to think, it really sounds like my dad. I feel it, but I just don't believe it.
Okay.
So I'm going to use Indomitable.
Use Indomitable.
Please roll better than a 5. A 9 is not any better.
I mean, technically.
It's not any better.
You feel.
Dad.
You are telling yourself within your heart that your father would never treat you this way, would never say these things, and you use this to empower yourself forward toward the middle of the camp. But at each step, you feel that certainty slip some more. Unsure. You were never as good at magic as the rest of the clan, and you know that there were those in the Nagareboshi who really thought that you were unworthy of your father's title, it's possible that he doubted in you too. That he felt shame for you being his son.
Yukikaze is gonna look really depressed now.
The voice seems to be coming from the tent. Or the fire area.
Is it possible that some sort of creature is doing this? What, Yukikaze was the one who did all sorts of research. Did you hear about any sorts of creatures that could cause something like this?
He's too emotional right now.
Damn it.
He is way too emotional right now. It's alright.
Had you been here, you could have stopped this.
Is Raiken able to see Yukikaze starting to break down?
Are you going to continue forward, as you said?
Yeah.
And you do see that his footfalls are heavy and short.
Tristan, I will say I posted a sending in the chat. And I've spent the spell slot.
Did Yukikaze only hear the stuff his quote unquote father said to him, or did all of us hear it?
As you move further forward, you do catch snippets of words in a voice that you recognize as Ryuzaki on the wind.
Okay. Would Raiken be able to pick up that the words and Yukikaze's demeanor are connected, or should I roll for that?
Insight.
Okay. Haha, 22.
Okay. From the way he's carrying himself and from the way he's moving slowly, from the cast of his jaw, you feel like something has struck a strong emotional blow against him. And this is not the confident fighter you have come to know.
Raiken's gonna slap him.
Okay, roll the hit. Yuki, you're pretty focused on this?
Yeah, I would say I'm pretty focused.
Roll with advantage.
Oh, thank God. Okay, that's so much better. I don't know if I hit him, though. It's an 18.
Yeah, that'll hit. It wouldn't have hit if I had my weapons drawn.
Okay. So it hits. Alright.
Okay.
So all of a sudden, Yuki, you feel a heavy hand grab your shoulder and partially turn you, and then a strong, open hand slap cocks your head to one side.
Get a hold of yourself.
What the hell did you do that for?
Because you're not acting yourself. You need to get this out of your head.
But it's my father. I hear my father. This is all my fault.
Your father gave his blessing for you to go.
But it feels like
If you wish absolution, you must come to me, and we will right the wrongs that you have done to our people.
Does Raiken hear that too?
Yes.
And I would assume also Leah, because she's with me.
Yes.
If you want to go check it out, we will go with you. But you need to keep a level head.
I can try.
Something seems off about this. I didn't know your father very well, but he didn't seem like the type that would cast blame on his son.
Okay. You begin moving together toward the tent. Stepping as daintily as you can around the fallen and burned tents and the bodies that strew the ground, you see that the ones that aren't simply sun-bleached, scaled dragonborn are partially dissolved, melted away, partial bodies remaining only. In many of the fallen tents, you can see the rends and tears as though great claws had stood upon them.
Like, big enough to be dragon claws, huh?
Big enough. As you approach the tent, the collapsed side, the flap blows in the warm breeze that sweeps across the sand, and you can see the symbol of the Nanaboshi imprinted on the opposite side, the portion still standing. Here, yes, come to me, my son. We will right these wrongs and fix the transgressions.
Can I say that while this is happening, Jebel has exited the tunnel, turned back into a gnome, summoned his raven, and just had it fly up as far as it can go.
Yeah, my screen, you just keep bringing him around in a circle.
What did he do? Where did he go? What did he do? Where did he go? I grab a ray. Raynor. Go in. Oh. Oh. I just didn't find it because it had a T. It's the Raven.
Traven.
Alright, so Skith appears. And you send him up, and he begins flying up.
I telepath to him, like, just take it easy.
Okay. He will eventually get out of telepath range, even flying straight up.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
As long as I can see him.
Yeah, you can see him. It's hard to guesstimate, but it was, you know, at least another as much time as it took him to get out of telepath range, that he seems to suddenly strike something in the sky.
Does he poof?
No.
I was imagining it like a bird hanging in a window.
I mean, a little bit. Not completely unlike. He just sort of like, you know, his wings strike it, and then his body kind of strikes it, and he hovers below it, and then he begins diving down. And as he re-enters telepath range, you hear him shout, "There's something there!" in your mind.
Dun, dun, dun.
And just as that occurs, this creature appears among you. You 3, 4. And it says in Ryuzaki's voice, "It is good that you returned, my son," as it reaches out spined tentacles at each of you. Roll initiative.
Dun dun dun!
All of us, just them 3.
Everybody.
Just making sure.
Oh, god damn it!
That's funny,
Typical
right?
Raiken initiative.
Everyone's going before Raiken initiative.
Oh, a typical Raiken initiative.
Somebody else could have also rolled a 1.
Yeah, but I have -1 initiative, so no matter what, I'm pretty sure Raiken goes last no matter what. Son of a...
Initiative. Alright. Vendar.
I got a 22.
Leah.
12.
Cyrus.
12.
Yukikaze.
18.
Raiken.
Nat 1.
Nice. Jebel.
9.
Laramentis.
17.
And then the Bard guys.
Hard, guys.
Bard guys.
Oh, no, they're gonna sing us to death.
In the...
They sit us down and make us watch Cats.
Oh, that's just mean. Like the movie, right?
Yeah.
Is it like is it like the pre-patched version
It's-
or
It's the butthole edition.
okay?
Oh, God. I mean, at least we haven't seen that one yet, Sam.
What are you talking about?
Cats.
Tom Hooper's Cats movie, the best movie of
Ever?
2019.
God.
I think 2020 happened because of that movie.
You know what?
Punishment
I'm
for
not.
that movie.
I'm not gonna say that it didn't.
Alright, I have the same number for Leah and Cyrus. Who goes first between them?
I
Just
think we
let
had the
Leah go
reroll.
first.
Yeah, but aren't you? Like my init is +3.
As is mine. I'm
Yeah.
just surrendering it to you if that's okay with Tristan.
Yeah, that's totally fine. I didn't even realize I still had this up. That shouldn't have been there. Okay. Oh, right. Then we kind of need music, don't we?
Well, goodbye, die. On to the next one.
He betrayed you.
Yeah, betray me. Give me a nat 1.
No,
Into the crusher it goes.
Your crusher. Such bad. Such bad. Alright. So. I think what needs to happen is a roll for surprise, if I'm not wrong, to see who can act in this first round. Tell me if that's wrong.
I mean, would there be a roll for it, or would you just say that the first thing?
Well, there has to be a way to determine, because, like, some people have a feat to prevent them being surprised.
Yeah, so if anyone has that feature, then I think that they're not. They would get to act in the surprise round, essentially.
True.
seems
But otherwise,
a reasonable way to roll that. Otherwise, I think this seems entirely reasonable to be a surprise round.
Yeah.
since it appeared there. Does anybody have a feature that prevents them from being surprised?
I do not.
I thought you had alert.
No, I have Zefrius. Brunar had alert.
Yeah, right. He was the one that had it.
Brunar did have alert. Yukikaze, do you have alert?
Brunar also had the thing that made it to his knit was.
Okay. Leah, do you have alert?
No.
Raiken, do you have alert?
No.
Okay. Then, the only one that gets to act in the first round of combat is this creature. And an ugly creature it is. It does not look like your father at all, Yukikaze.
I mean, in the right light.
Does it look like the things that I am not looking forward to seing?
I don't know. Does this look
Are you
like the
looking forward
things
to
that you... Does this resemble what you're not looking forward to seeing?
Ooh.
It doesn't look good. But I don't know if it is or isn't. Unless I do the roll for it or just know because of my research and not wanting to run into one.
It doesn't look like what was described to you.
You hear a little sigh of relief from Yukikaze.
Is it attached to the ground?
It does appear to be sprouting from the ground. The
You
tentacles.
are welcome to be displeased by its existence. I
Indeed you are. And as I described, its tentacles whip forward toward you. And it makes 4 attacks. Alright. Yukikaze, does a 21 hit you?
Yes.
Alright. Raiken does a 25 hit you.
Yes.
Leah does a 24 hit you.
Yeah.
And for the is your fairy invisible?
Yeah.
Okay. Does a 22 hit her?
Yes.
Okay. So all of you are hit. All of you are grappled and restrained, which means that you have speed of 0. You cannot benefit from any bonuses to your speed. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and you have disadvantage to attack. You also have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Right. Do we take damage?
Yes, but I wanted to get that out first since I screwed it up last time. I didn't want to screw it up again. Each of you will be taking 10 points of non-magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay. And Lorelei poof.
Okay, Lorelei poofs.
And Lee activates
Emergency shield.
yeah, well that that I think she have no control over.
Yes, that's true.
But I'm thinking about I'm just trying to find it.
Oh.
Misty Escape. When you take damage, you can use your reaction to turn invisible and teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space you can see.
Okay.
You remain invisible until the start of the next turn or until you attack or cast a spell.
I believe that the fact that this is a surprise round doesn't matter. You're still able to use reactions. Is that true, Sim? You know?
I don't know. Hold on.
That's a factor I never even thought about.
Says if you're surprised, you can't move or take an action on your first turn of the combat, and you can't take a reaction until that turn ends.
Oh.
But that was not. Player's Handbook 189.
So then, from the sounds of it, because Leah's still being an initiative, she can't use her reaction in the surprise round.
It is sounding that way. Let's get the full ruling.
Yeah, so that is the text. If you are surprised, you can't move or take an action on your first turn of the combat.
Mm-hmm.
You can't take a reaction until that turn ends.
Okay, so Leah's turn would have ended, however, prior to the bad guy going, since it is later in initiative than her. Is that accurate?
My reading of that is you don't gain a reaction to spend until the surprise round is over.
Okay.
I think that normally your reactions recharge at the beginning of a combat round,
Right.
not on your turn, like we have been doing.
Right.
So I don't know how you want to rule that. But I would probably personally rule that you don't get a reaction during a surprise round if you are surprised.
I think it's easy enough to continue the way we normally do reactions, and also just have that as a caveat, saying if it's a surprise round and you are surprised, no reactions. Is everyone in agreement with that? Remember that it will also affect anyone you surprise.
Yeah. I mean, rules.
I mean, it's not the way I'd read it, but I'm fine with it.
I think I might have actually used my reaction as a surprise round before, though. But yeah.
Well, again, we didn't always go to the book as soon as there was something we didn't know. We just allowed things.
Yeah.
Trying to do a little better now. Okay. So
if you don't teleport, yeah.
Can't use Misty Escape yet, is what I'm getting, because it's a surprise round.
Nope. So it's not used at all.
Correct. It's not used.
Did you say 10 points?
10 points.
Yeah. Bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning, non-magical.
Okay. Just making sure I heard it correctly, because there are certain things I'm resistant and immune against. So I just had to make sure that I heard it right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's just 10 points.
All four of you take 10 points of non-magical bludgeoning damage from being grappled by these spiny tentacles.
Yeah. I actually didn't check Lorelei's AC, but I assumed that would hit anyway. I think now, and yeah, it definitely did.
Okay.
Since I got hit, I haven't been using this too often, so I want to make sure I actually use it this time. My shield, when I get hit, it's supposed to do damage against the enemy, isn't it?
I think that's true. Were you, was it equipped?
I would have had my shield equipped.
Okay. Then,
my armor.
Yeah. It sounds like there should be a spray of acid poison, back at the creature. Roll the d6, I believe.
Yeah. I'm trying to find it on my sheet. There we go. Purple worm shield. Yeah, 1d6. 3.
3.
Points.
Okay. as the tendril wraps around you and slaps against the shield as it pins it to your chest. The shield bursts a spray of acid out at the creature, and it seems to be injured by it. Poison. I keep saying acid. It's poison. Okay. Then... that is everybody that can do anything in the surprise round, which makes it Vendar's turn.
Vendar's turn. Am I aware that the creature is attacking?
Because of your high perception, I would say yes. And all of these tents between you and them are flattened or destroyed. Just the dark ones are, like, fully up and provide cover.
Okay, then I'm gonna run... I guess I'll dash 60 feet to the south. And then I'll take a shot at it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not good. I'm gonna guess I missed. It's only a 14 to hit.
14 to hit. That will be a miss.
Yep.
So a bolt of fire, which I assume was poisoned.
No, I didn't poison it.
Okay, so a bolt of fire streaks by and, like, singes right past between Raiken and Leah as it misses the creature by mere inches. Anything else?
That's my turn.
Okay. Yukikaze.
I can't do anything though, right? So
You are restrained, so that means you're at disadvantage to attack and disadvantage to make dex saving throws, but you could try and break free, or you could attack, just with disadvantage.
I'm gonna try to break free.
Alrighty, I believe that is a strength, an acrobatics, or an athletics check.
Alright. Both are pretty good. Let's see here. No, we'll use strength. No, athletics. Use athletics. Glad I used athletics. It's 17.
17. Alright. You manage to free yourself as you push out with both your hands, stretching the tendril that's wrapped around your body and lift it over your head, throwing it off.
Alright. What else do I get to do right now?
So that was your action. You can move, you can draw weapons, because I know they're not drawn.
Alright, so I'm gonna draw weapons and then just prepare. I'm not gonna move. I'll prepare to do something next time.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Alright, you are ready to engage in combat. Your weapons are drawn. Laramendis.
I am aware that combat is occurring and this thing is there, and
If you weren't, you are now, because all of a sudden, like, Vendar, who was north of you, just bolted past you, kicking up sand against your clothing as he ran round you, and then shot a flaming bolt at your allies, which you can, as you look over and say, what the fuck's going on, you can see that there is this strange, almost sand-colored creature next to them.
okay. What is the distance?
The distance from you to the creature
It's long enough that I don't want to
is 135 feet.
Okay. What are my...
Oh, and because I did forget something, Vendar, as soon as your arrow streaked by the creature, you will... Let me double check this. Yeah, you will hear a voice in your head that is not one of your allies that just says, "You are a problem."
Anybody
And
else hear that?
no.
The range on Chill Touch is 240 feet.
And he becomes invisible.
Oh, it becomes invisible.
Yes,
I cannot see it.
it's true. It becomes invisible.
Only hour, one level.
Can I still tell that we are held?
Maybe. I mean, you're standing there.
Yeah.
But it's invisible. Which means that A, they have to guess at where it is, and B, they fire at disadvantage no matter what.
Mm-hmm. I am going to attack the nearest square that it had appeared to occupy with Chill Touch.
Do you have to move, or can you do that from where you were?
It's 240 feet.
Okay.
So, I, however, believe that a 14 misses.
That does miss. So you see Leah appear in front of you, the skeletal hand floating in the air that swipes, trying to grip something, and then, clearly not taking a hold of anything, pinches itself, writhes, and crumbles to ash. Anything else, Laramentus?
No, I believe that would be it.
Okay. Then, at the end of your turn, Leah does a 22 hit your AC.
Yes.
Okay. Then you are going.
Is this still a surprise run?
No.
No.
Then you are going to feel the searing pain, the pinch of these fangs sinking into your flesh as it bites you. You will be receiving 25 points of non-magical piercing damage.
That hurts. Now I can activate Misty Escape.
Okay. Where do you want to go? How far is it?
It's 60 feet.
60 feet.
Yes. I want to go 60 feet.
There's 60 up north.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to catch up. Yeah, let's go north. Let's do that. 60
Okay.
feet.
Straight north. Boof. Oh,
And
that's
then
in
I'm-
measure
I'm
mode. Sorry. Boof. You teleport 60 feet straight north after taking the damage. 22, just to make sure, 22 still hit your,
My shield, yes. My shield AC is 18.
18, okay. Just wanted to be sure, because that is still benefiting you until the end of your turn.
Yeah, and I also checked that one will work. That one do activate during surprise rounds. It's
Okay.
specific, so.
After it bites Leah and she teleports away, it does become visible again. Alright, Leah, the rest of your turn you may now take.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's see. Do I have any new fun spells I can use for this? No, I don't think so. But I'm going to use Hex.
Right? Does Hex, it's within range?
Yeah, it has a range of 90.
Okay. Then you're going to Hex it.
And use Eldritch Blast. So naturally I become visible then.
Right. So you use Eldritch Blast and then you become visible. Alright, roll them.
I would have become visible at the end of this turn anyway, but...
Yeah.
Well, Do you just become invisible from your Misty Escape?
No, Mr. Escape makes you visible until the end of your next turn, or until you take damage, or use an action.
Okay.
Like attack. Yeah. So it would have only lasted till
the end of this turn because it triggered on Laramenda's turn.
Yeah. Eldritch Blast. That's 23. For first blast.
A 23 will hit.
Yes. Sorry. Oh, I also need to roll a d6. Okay, so that's Eldritch Blast. 13 points of force.
13 points of force.
Yes. And 2 points of
Necrotic?
necrotic. Yeah, necrotic.
Okay. And the next Eldritch Blast.
The next Eldritch Blast. My brain is really not in it, but I'll do my best. 25 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. That's 17 points of force. I maxed it.
Mm-hmm.
And 4 points of necrotic.
Mm-hmm.
That's 9. No, wait, hold on. Oh, my brain's 12 plus 9.
21.
21, yeah.
That'll hit.
Do we still have Pass Without Trace?
I think so.
It's been under an hour.
Yeah, oh, damn it, I lost count. I had it, but 11 points of force and 3 points of necrotic.
Okay. That means is now... You're done, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oop. Up. Oop. It teleports. Along with Raiken.
Of course, they can teleport.
Along with Raiken.
Oh, hi, Leah.
Well, they're gone.
Cyrus is up.
Alright, how far is it from me to the creature?
From you to the creature is 145 feet.
145 feet. Okay. And the range of fireballs, 150 feet, so I could do that. Although I would set pretty much everything on fire. If any of that could be flammable, I guess I don't really know. I'm just gonna cast Firebolt. Which, due to Spell Sniper, has a range of 240.
Okay.
That is almost guaranteed to be a miss. Let me double check here. 11.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a good one. You miss.
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
Yeah, it happens.
And if
Does Firebolt have multiple streaks, or is that just a one and done?
it's a one and done,
Okay.
so I'm just trying to decide if I want to do anything with my bonus action, and I think I'm arriving at no, because if it's like most creatures down here, it's both doesn't speak the language and has blind sight, so any of my other spells would be next to useless.
What? By the way, Leah, this creature does not have eyes.
I could bonus action fireball the thing. Yeah, we're gonna do that so that I don't waste a turn here. So I'm gonna bonus action fireball and just clip it with the edge of it.
I hope you don't end up needing those spell slots later.
Well, this is only the first one I've spent today, so I'm not feeling too spent at the moment. So 3rd level fireball, so he needs to make a dex save. I have to subtract 2 sorcery points.
I got a 17 on the dex save.
That is my save DC, so it saves.
I forgot how big these are. Are they 15 diameter or 20 diameter? What are they?
It's 20-foot radius.
Yeah, that's how I meant radius. 20-foot radius. Okay.
Alright.
All of this is now on fire. You can't see what's beyond it anymore because the canvas is burning.
Didn't think about that. Oh well. Well, too late to backtrack that. So let's see here. I'll just use the dice roller for the 8d6. Boo. Slash R 8d6 plus 5. Okay, any ones? There's a single one. So 36 points of damage. Which it then halves, because it made the save.
Alrighty. F36 is 18. Alright. After Cyrus, it becomes Jebel.
I
There's
just
now...
realized I did not need to drop... What do you call it? I did not need to drop Wild Shape to summon my familiar.
Most unfortunate.
So... Do I know where this thing is?
I mean...
Did I
There
see
was
it?
just a giant explosion of fire, and now everything over there is on fire. So you can guess it's in that direction, but no, with the, with the visual impairment that Cyrus decided to put in your way, you cannot directly see it.
Yeah.
No, but I saw it before.
Yeah.
Okay. So... I'm going to move in that general... Let me just see. 5, 10...
My bad.
I move diagonally towards it. I'm gonna have to double move, so I get 50 feet double movement.
It would put you there. Is that what you want?
If I go down one,
Are you asking... Are you waiting for me to tell you you can see it?
no,
Okay.
I want. I'm trying to see. Like, is 50 feet always going to get me on that?
Yeah. 50 feet is
lateral.
horizontal, because it's 111.
No, but I mean, like, it's always going to be on like that lateral.
Yeah. Oh, that lateral? This is the highest lateral you can get to.
Lateral, longitudinal. Longitudinal.
Okay, longitudinally, yes, it will always be this longitude.
Okay. So yeah, I'll go directly. Yeah, the directly diagonal.
Okay. Boom. You are now at a distance to target of 90 feet.
Yeah, there's not really much else I can do because I double moved.
Okay.
Alright.
End turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna end my turn there.
Okay, then. After blah blah blah, is the bird guys. Oh, it's the bad guy turn. Bad guy turn. So he's going to make a tentacle attack at Leah. That is a crit.
Oh, brilliant.
So you will be taking 20 points of damage. And you are once again grappled. It's non-magical bludgeoning damage as it grapples you.
Okay.
And...
I got my reaction back now since that's past my turn. I cannot use Misty Escape again, that's once per short rest, but I have more reaction things.
Okay. What do you want to do?
Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
That's a fun one.
I haven't used it in forever because I've been favorizing Misty Escape. To me, it's usually better to be away than to just deal damage immediately, but since that is used and gone. So that's, let's see. There's no save or anything, it just works. Yeah, no, this is a save. Dex save.
Dex save. It got a 16.
Yeah, that fails.
Okay.
So that's full damage. Unless it has something funny, but I don't know, so full damage. To let's get a higher level, or how much is it? This one 60, 10. Oh, woo.
I do believe you are out of spell slots after this, though.
I do? I should have three slots.
I have no idea. I counted 2.
Yeah, I have 3 slots at this level.
Okay. Then you have 1 left.
That's 35 fire damage.
Okay. You hit it with fire with your hellish rebuke. The fire travels down its tendril and sets it ablaze. And then it attacks you with advantage. Throwing a 20 non-natural to hit.
Yeah, that still hits.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then
my turn that's passed, so the sheet shouldn't be on there.
Alright, so take 25 points of non-magical piercing damage.
Okay. I'm still alive, but very badly hurt.
Oh, there's Yukikaze. I was like, did I miss him? No, that's right. He just drew his weapons. He escaped and drew his weapons. Alright, that makes it Raiken's turn. Raiken! You've been getting dragged around by teleportation.
My god, he's Thor all over again. Doctor Strange. The second time now.
It's the second time in like 2 days.
Raiken is going to try to break free.
Okay. Acrobatics or athletics.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that was very good. That would be a 24.
24. You break free of the tentacle. Again,
Okay.
like Yuki Kaze, you push out with your shield and axe till there's enough room for you to slip the loops over your head, and you are free.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. I have hex on, which means that I have to roll to keep it. Concentration.
Oh yeah, against 10 and then 25.
Yeah.
So DC 10 and then DC 12.
Okay. Yeah, it's just a normal D10, right?
It's a D20 Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Yeah, I did as a 10. I meant 20, but that Constitution save.
Yeah.
Well, I no longer have hex.
Okay. He is not hexed anymore.
Yeah, that was a 4, so it's very much lots.
Oh, is Hex a spell slot? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, those are the 2 spell slots I've used. Hex and Hellish Rebuke.
Misty Escape?
Misty Escape isn't a spell.
Okay.
It has its own thing.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it has its own. It has its own cooldown.
Okay. I thought it also used a spell slot.
I mean,
Alright, so he's no longer hexed. You are grappled. Raiken isn't. Raiken, your action is spent. You got anything else?
Yes. I didn't have my axe drawn, so he is going to draw his axe.
Okay.
If that's a possibility.
It is definitely a possibility. I just thought that if your shield was out, your axe was out too.
No,
Okay.
because he had his shield out, but he used his axe hand to slap Yukikaze, and then they got surprised. So he didn't have
Okay,
time to
I
draw
see
it
what
out.
you're saying. Okay. Alright, that is fine.
Do I still have a bonus action, or was that my bonus action taking my axe out?
It's technically a part of your move action. It's an incidental.
Okay. Then I will use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on the creature.
Okay. You Hunter's Mark the creature. I'll just put that on you.
So this will, if I hit it at some point, deals extra damage, but it also gives me advantage on
Tracking it.
perception or survival to track it.
Yeah. Very well, very well. Alright, that was your round. It just went. Okay. It's going to poof, teleport at the end of your turn. And then it becomes Vendar's turn.
Yeah, well, I assume I can't see it anymore.
It got behind cover from you, and it teleported to get there, so you don't know where it went.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna go 60 feet to the west, and I'm gonna switch out my fire strength for the lightning strength.
Okay. Switching over to lightning. Very good. You go 60 feet to the west. You still cannot see the creature.
Alright. That's my turn.
Alright. Vendar, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. That's 16.
Okay. As far as you can tell, nothing happens.
Okay.
Yukikaze, your turn.
I'm pissed at this mofo for imitating my dad. So I am gonna barrel my butt over there.
Okay. But over where? Because it teleported to get up here, and then it teleported technically to a place where you can't see it. Like, it's behind cover, so you'd have to be basically just guessing a direction to run in and hope that you spot it as you run.
Guess what? Telepathy, guys! Where did it drop? Did it?
Oh, no, you still have telepathy.
Guys, where'd it go?
Raiken or Leah?
Oh yeah, sorry, I was muted. It's around the tent.
There's a lot of
It's around the tent. So helpful.
Which tent? There's about 100 of them. Every one of these blue markers is a tent.
No, yeah, but yeah, the dark ones are the ones that are up. The other ones aren't, so you can see over them.
True.
Like, I'll decide a big tent.
Okay, you got that from Leah.
Oh, there's
And around the tent from Raiken.
Alright, so real quick, observe and figure out. Does one of them, the biggest one, so she said big one?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and I'm looking around, what's the biggest one? Whatever one the
You
biggest
know
one.
from living in your village for
Of course.
your whole life that your dad's is the biggest tent.
Alright, so I know I gotta run around that damn thing. I'm gonna roll to see if I run counterclockwise or clockwise.
Okay. This is how the master tactician decides what he's gonna do. I flip a coin. I kid.
Well,
I'm teasing you. Get over it.
It's crap. Odds are even, Tristan.
Even.
Or for right. Oh, okay, for right. Okay. Even, so I'm running left.
Okay.
So, clockwise.
Beep, 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 beep. You get to here on 30 feet. You still can't see it.
I'm gonna keep moving.
Beep, beep, beep. You can see it.
Alright, so I will get to that direction as far as I can.
Okay.
Is it not invisible anymore?
You're not sure. But, Raiken seems to be able to see it. Okay, that was double move. What do you got left?
Not I think. Yeah, I want to say nada. So I will ready to act on whatever happens.
Okay. After Yukikaze, it becomes Laramendis, way over here. Suddenly the Magicasters are the ones not in the fight.
I mean, I personally enjoy not being in the fight. I feel like it's where Laramendis shines. I did technically realize that I had never once stated casting Mage Armor.
Oh, true.
So I am going to do that.
Okay. That seems like a reasonable thing to do.
My action.
Okay.
And then I will move 30 feet to the left.
Okay. After Laramendis is Leah.
Yes.
My little rag doll.
Yeah. It's not a fun position I've had myself in.
But Raiken's coming. Or Yukikaze's coming, rather. Raiken's, over here somewhere pissed.
Raiken was there.
Yeah.
We got teleported.
Raiken got teleported, got free, and then it teleported away.
Can you zoom out so I can see the map?
No.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Fire. All these tents are on fire.
Yeah.
Alright.
Where are you? Like, where's the entrance?
Entrance?
To where we came into this place.
A place you can't see because of the tent and the fire.
Yeah, but I know where it is.
It's over to your right.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna use dimension door, and I want to dimension door I want to teleport to where we came in, the entrance where we came in.
Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Boop.
Yeah. That's my last spell.
You just hear a voice in your mind that says, "You will not escape."
Does anybody have any idea what this thing is?
It's ugly and it hurts a lot. I'm not doing well. If it hits me again, I'm not sure if I will survive it.
Anything else on your turn?
No, I said what I said, and that's all. Can I move? I guess I can move.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it Mugly then, because it's mean and ugly.
I know how big it is, right? Does it look like it would fit in this tunnel?
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay.
I'll say stay near me and I can heal you.
Yeah, then I'll just gonna stay here.
Okay. Turn over.
Yeah.
Okay. It disappears. And it is Cyrus' turn.
Okay. Does I assume Leah appears bloody based on your last statement?
Oh yeah, very much so.
Oh, let me give her the mark.
Okay.
Well,
I'm going to just dump the entire rod of healing, I think.
Interesting choice. Okay, so a 9th level cure wounds.
Well, I'll save one just in case someone goes down and get them back up, so it'll be 8.
8th level cure wounds.
So 8d8. I'll just use roller for that. Okay, you get 32 hit points.
good. Nice. That helps.
No longer bloodied?
Calculator. By 1 point, I am blooded.
Okay, still bloodied. Beautiful. Alright, Cyrus, anything else?
As I cannot see the creature, and I would have to use extra resources to do things, and I'd just be casting more fireballs. No, I think I'm good here. I've done enough damage.
Alright. Jebel. There you are. Jebel. You had line of sight on it, you ran toward it, and all of a sudden, Raiken got free, and it vanished.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, if I move 25 west.
Yep.
How far does that put me from Raiken?
25 west puts you at 75 from Raiken.
Okay, I'm just going to call. Where is it?
Don't know. It turned invisible.
So it's there somewhere.
somewhere.
Very helpful. I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
Okay. Where are you going to center it?
Well, I'm probably going. It's a 60-foot range
Okay. So,
with a. Well, no, it's within 20. It's 60 foot at the maximum, but it's a 20-foot radius or 20-foot cube. So I will.
60 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So, it's going to be somewhere in the longitude that is 15 feet to the right of Raiken.
Have you highlighted it? Because
I haven't. But you said it's 20 feet diameter. I believe.
yeah,
So, I believe that means it would be around here.
yeah.
Is that where you want to drop it?
It's a cube. It's a 20-foot cube.
Yep. I'm calling that a burst 2, which makes it 25 on a side. So we'll burst 25 feet on each side, including up.
Okay. Has to make a dex save if it's inside.
Okay. So you're placing the cube there, just making sure that is where you want it.
Yep.
Okay.
That's beat a 19.
Okay. You don't see any outlines appear.
Okay.
Oof.
And that's it.
Took us longer to get here than I anticipated. 1:30 already. Cyrus, you want to get us back to the top of the order, or do you want to just like pause when wherever we are?
I mean, pausing before bad guys go is a reasonable place to pause, but also pausing at top of the order is reasonable.
Okay. What do you guys prefer? I can have the bad guys and then Raiken go and we can call it, or I can hold it here and we'll start with the bad guys next time.
It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, I'm good either way. So,
I think we should start at the top of the order and have that guys and Raiken go before we.
You just like going first.
I do like going first. I'm thinking.
I mean,
the
my
next time we
turn
get
isn't
a
that
beat, I'm
long
gonna get alert
usually.
so that I'm plus 10 in initiative.
So
Alright.
it would really just be how long the bad guy's turn is, because Raiken's turns are never that long.
Alright. Then we'll start with the top of the order then. Okay. Then Raiken. Kaze. Going to appear here. And it's going to attack you with tentacles.
Son of a bitch.
That's a 15 to hit.
It misses.
Alright, it makes another tentacle attack. That is a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
That'll hit. Okay, take 10 points of non-magical bludgeoning damage. And you are grappled and restrained.
Points.
Back where you started.
And then it's going to make a bite attack.
No.
Yeah.
Beta attack.
But its bite attack is now at advantage because you are restrained. For which it does not crit. I got another 19, though. So, a 19 still hits, I believe.
Yep.
And that will be 25 points of non-magical piercing damage as it sinks its ugly, ugly mouth into you.
So that was a total of 28 altogether?
10 and 25 is 35.
35 total, okay.
Jesus.
Bite attack is deadly.
Its bite attack is unfriendly. So, that makes it Raiken's turn.
Raiken's turn.
Which you can't see it, because it's, like, the angle of the tent.
True, however, I have Hunter's Mark on it.
You do, yeah. Does Hunter's Mark tell you where it is?
It gives me advantage on any wisdom, perception, or wisdom survival checks I make to find it.
Okay.
So, can I see it from where it is now?
Can you see it from where it is? Yes. Yeah.
Nice.
Alright. What you gonna do, Raiken?
I could also telepath.
You can. Telepathing is really powerful. Don't discount it.
Cry out if you've been hit.
See by the corner of Yukikaze's dad's tent.
You got a report from Vendar. Right, Yukikaze is too manly to cry out.
Yeah, thanks, Vendar. Yukikaze is the one who it's actually next to you and doesn't say anything.
Yeah, I'm
Literally grappled.
He's in the middle of being grappled right now, okay?
Like, I'm kind of busy, man, to tell you where it is. It's attacking me at this moment.
Actually, reply to that in telepath. I'm being grappled right now, okay?
A little busy. Can you call back later? Alright, what you gonna do now that you have an idea where it is? Yeah, what?
Yeah, I was also gonna answer on the telepath.
What were you gonna say?
Yeah, I too been hit, but the Cyrus already healed me a lot.
Good. Stay safe.
Okay. What you gonna do, Raiken?
Since Vendar has told me the location, I am going to. Where is it? There it is. Let's see. That's 30. From there, yeah. How far is it from where I'm located?
Let's see. Went this way. You'd be able to reach it on a double move.
Well, I plan to reach it on less than a double move because I'm gonna Misty Step 30 feet and then get to it.
Do you have to be able to see the square that you're Misty Stepping into?
I mean, I should be able to see where I'm Misty Stepping.
Yeah, well, this is as far as I could get you in 30 feet, which still presents the problem of the tent.
He could have Misty stepped first and then ran.
That's what I was saying. I Misty Step and then go.
Oh, okay. So you went to Misty Step to here, which is totally fine, and then you want to run there with a single move action.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah, that should be fine. Bop on over here, and then bop on down here. You have an action.
Okay.
You have Hunter's Mark.
I do.
And you have Smite.
I have Hunter's Mark. I have Smite. So many things.
Too many things.
That is a 18 to hit.
An 18 to hit, you say?
Yeah.
Well, I'm afraid that will hit.
Good. Okay. Let's see. I need D8. And another D8. Hit a D6. And I am going to also do a level 1 smite. Regular smite.
Okay. So, what is the total damage I'm looking at here? The non-magical plus the sounds like 3d8s of radiant.
And the Hunter's Mark.
Hunter's mark. D6.
Yeah. Okay. So that is going to be for normal damage, so the non-radiant damage is going to be 16 points of non-magical silver slashing.
Not bad.
And then for radiant damage, it is 13 points of radiant damage.
Also not bad.
And then he will attack one more time.
Did you get your hunter's mark in there?
Yeah,
Oh,
that
okay.
was part of the normal.
Oh, okay.
That is... Let's see, what is that? Is that... No. Sorry, this dies... The 9 and the 6, I can never tell which one it is, so I have to look at another die whenever it rolls on it. So I can see which...
You gotta just grab a pen and ink the line below it a little better.
Yeah. I believe that is a 9, so that's going to be a 20 then. So that should hit.
20 hits.
And this time I'm just going to do my regular stuff. So... that is 14 points of non-magical silvered slashing and 1 point of radiant.
Oh, okay, right, because you only relied on your passive smite. Like, how did you do so little radiant?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
That is it.
Poof. When your
Well,
turn
it's all
ends,
over again.
it teleports with Yukikaze. Yukikaze, you were still grappled, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I forgot to put the little marker on you, but I assumed that yeah, there we go. I don't like that marker. This marker. There we go. You are not grappled anymore, so give that back. Okay. Sometimes I forget to remove the states. Stop being a thing. Alright. Boom, boom, boom. You went up, you smacked the poopy out of it, and it teleported away. You seem to still be able to see it, though. So, that is where we will hold initiative for tonight. In this desert camp that so eerily resembles the Nanaboshi tribes destroyed.
And I just poked it along with setting it on fire.
Those black squares are seats around the fire.
Yeah, they're like logs. They're not very big.
Okay, so they don't block vision.
Yeah, they don't block vision.
Okay.
Alright, we will hold it there. And we will call it
And
a
I
night.
presume no XP because we're still in combat?
Still in combat.
Alright.
You could still
Then
die.
I'll probably be back in just a couple minutes.
Okay. I'm gonna end the stream. Night.